Pacific. We talked about the battles of Iwo Jima and Okinawa. Those were big battles that they lost, but Japan still will not surrender. Germany surrenders. Hitler kills himself. They're like, okay, we give up. Japan is not following that idea. They're not getting the hint that they're going to lose. They won't surrender, and they continue to fight, even though the U.S. is like dropping bombs here and there, all over Japan, all over the Pacific. And Japan's like, nope, we're going to keep fighting. This is not going to turn out well for Japan. Because they don't surrender, the U.S. is going to take some extreme measures. I think we've heard of these extreme measures before, right? Remember that Manhattan Project that we're talking about? We've got some new technology. We're going to be like, what would happen if we use this technology? Not good things. I'll say that. The atomic bomb. So FDR has reached the end of his second term. Bye-bye, FDR. You did really good things. Thanks for the New Deal. Thanks for getting us through most of this war. We're actually winning. Good job, FDR. Claps. We're on to Truman. So Truman gets elected. We're in April 1945. I don't know if Truman knew about the bombs. I don't know how secret that was, like in the inner circle that we were developing.
It was so secret that Truman didn't even know the full time.
That's very possible. We don't want, like, there's this saying, loose lips sink ships. So loose lips meaning like you're talking, you're blabbing. It sinks our ships. Because if you're talking, you're blabbing, and you're telling people about our enemies and everything, then we're going to lose some ships. So he may not have known until he became president. But we'll get back to that thing, okay? So Truman demands once more that Japan has to surrender. Say, Japan has to surrender. They don't. Japan refuses. And this is when we go to those extreme measures of the use of the atomic bomb that was developed in that Manhattan Project in Los Alamos, New Mexico, that we talked about a few lectures ago. The first atomic bomb is dropped on Hiroshima, Japan, on August 6, 1945. 80,000 people die immediately. That's how powerful this bomb is. 80,000 people die immediately. But the United States does not stop there. Japan's still like, no, we're going to fight. So they drop a second bomb. On 3 days later, on August 9th, they drop a second atomic bomb on Nagasaki. And on August 15th, Japan surrenders. We have Victory in Japan, VJ Day. Remember we had VE Day, Victory in Europe?
Victory in Japan.
Victory in Japan, VJ Day. Those guys. We are doing an activity. You're going to be separated into groups. I need your full attention. I need your full attention. Thank you. Okay, we are going to be separated into groups. I have already made your groups for you. I've already made your groups for you. Okay, you need to move your desks so that you are looking at each other. Remember? We're facing each other so that we can have a conversation. We want to be able to talk to each other about these things. The point is to discuss with your groups, or else I would have you do it on your own. There's a reason why I put you in groups. You can't just sit there and be silent and not talking to each other. Right, Maurice? Right. You are going to analyze a primary source document from the summer of 1945, where the head honchos of the United States are deciding if they're going to drop the bomb on Japan. We have a main question. It's highlighted on this. It says, why did the United States drop 2 atomic bombs on Japan? What were the different positions regarding the use of the bomb? It is important to know that this was not a unanimous decision. Unanimous, meaning everyone agrees. It caused a lot of damage. Not everyone was like, heck yes, let's drop this atomic bomb on Japan. That was not everyone's opinion. So we have different primary source documents presenting those opinions. Your job as a group is to look at the document, read it through, analyze it, annotate it, right? What does annotate mean? What do I mean by annotate? Highlight, circle, underline, write on the side. You can write all over this. This is yours. And then you're filling out an OPVL chart at the bottom. OPVL. Oh my gosh, Israel, you'll live, I promise. It's a great skill for analyzing primary source documents, which is what we do in social science to learn from history. Oh my gosh, you'll be okay. You need to decide if your document supports the use of the atomic bomb or is against the use of the atomic bomb. I have it highlighted up there. Supports or against. And then in orange, there's a reason why it's in orange. I don't just like highlight things willy-nilly. There's a reason why I highlight things. Pull out a piece of evidence from the document that supports your claim. You're making a claim that's saying this document supports the use of the atomic bomb or is against the use of the atomic bomb. Pull out a piece of evidence that supports that. Everyone good with that? Give me a thumbs up. You understand what's going on? I'm getting lots of thumbs up. Thank you. And I did at the bottom, I've already reiterated this. You should be discussing the document as a group. Talk about it. Somebody might think differently than you. They might say, I'm not sure if this is supporting because, and they pull out evidence from that text to support their claim. Ooh, that language is being used again. I have your groups up here. You see your groups. You get in your groups. You move your desks. I pass these out. You get to work. Sounds good? Sounds good. Bam, go. These documents are used twice. Each document is used twice. That's why you had an A group and a B group. That's why yours says 1A or 1B. We had two of each document. So I'm going to start with the 1A and then go to the 1B. We're going to go through our documents. What I want to hear from your group is, what does the document say? Does it support the use of the atomic bomb? Is it against the atomic bomb? We're going to put it into two categories. We're going to have our documents supporting our claims, that there are different positions, right? There's different positions. That's one of the questions, the overall questions that's highlighted on your sheet, correct? Okay, so there's different positions. I want to know if your supports or it is against it, and I want a piece of evidence from the text that you've pulled out that supports your claim. So 1A, does it support or is it against? It supports? Okay, so we have document number 1, supports. What from there tells you that is for the use of the atomic bomb?
Truman said it would be likely to bring the war to an end if it had to be used against an enemy target. The final decision of where and when to use an atomic bomb was up to me.
Okay, so Truman's saying it's up to me. It's the final decision. The use of it will end the war officially. Okay, 1B, do you agree? Where's my 1B group? Up there, do you agree?
Yeah.
You agree. So we have another that it's in the support. Do you have a different piece of evidence from that will support your claim?
We used the last sentence of the document and said, I regarded the bomb as a military weapon and never doubted it should be used.
There you go. That's a pretty good piece of evidence. Never doubted that it should be used. That's a pretty good thing that you've pulled from the text that supports that claim. Thank you, document 1, people. Document 2, document 2A, support or against? Against. Doc number 2, piece of evidence, please.
I was not taught to think in that fashion. Wars cannot be won by destroying the children.
Okay, I have people talking while you're talking. I love that piece of evidence. Thank you. Can you repeat it for the rest of the class?
I was not taught to make war in that fashion, and wars cannot be won by destroying women and children.
Okay, wars cannot be won by destroying women and children. Pretty strong piece of evidence for against the use of the atomic bomb. 2B, do you agree? You agree. We got a check mark. Do you have a different piece of evidence from that text? Tell me, Allie.
It says the use of this barbarous weapon at Hiroshima and Nagasaki was
No material assistance. What's a good vocab word that tells you that they're against in there? Starts with a B. Barbarous. Okay, that's a pretty strong vocab word that's telling you that they're not for the use of the bomb. Barbarous.